What's going on, good people? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully, everyone is having a great start to your day. Today, I want to share with you something that I've been starting to do more frequently. I know most people aren't familiar with Letterly. Everyone knows about ChatGPT, and I figured let me try to start to bring more value to the table. I know, you don't know what you don't know. And this idea, something that I came across while trying to, explore ways that I can make the most of the different tools and features that they provide. Well, it hit me like, why don't I just do this thing over here that I like, which is Letterly, which is a speech to text app, and ChatGPT, which is just a powerhouse LLM that allows you to do everything, pretty much. But you know, the biggest issue with ChatGPT is like not even like a direct issue. It's more or less when you are engaging in conversations with it. And so what I mean is you just get a blurb. So I'll show you what I mean. A little test. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Oh, it's going. It is going. And I'm hoping that I am, well, you know what I got to do first and foremost? I got to make sure my audience is able to see that I'm engaging in conversations with you. Hopefully, they can actually hear the audio. Um, that's going to be a test. I got to make sure, I got to confirm somehow in the future.
Yeah, definitely worth testing out to make sure everything's coming through for you. I'm sure they'll love hearing the conversation once it's all set up and smooth. Let me know if you need any help with that.
Well, the challenge is, can let's brainstorm really quickly, because when individuals brainstorm with ChatGPT and they have a conversation, the results are great, but it's just like a block of like nothing. Now, not say it's a block of nothing. You're obviously giving me what we spoke about, but it's just a huge block. It's not really formatted in a way that would allow me to actually, you know, make usage of it, like easily locate what I'm looking for and find what I need.
I get what you mean. Sometimes the conversation flow is super helpful, but then going back through it can be a little tricky if it's just a big block of text. Maybe we can think of some ways to structure it better or use tools that can help break it down into sections or key points afterwards, so it's easier to navigate. Let's brainstorm some ideas.
Okay, it's almost as if it's like someone may have planted this seed in your mind. It's funny you just said that. Use tools. Yep. Yeah, let's just an example. Let's come up with a strategy for how to do that. So, what do you recommend?
One idea could be to use like a note taking tool that integrates with your conversation, something like Notion or even Obsidian, where you can quickly drop in like the key points or summaries of each conversation as you go. You could also use, AI to help format the conversation afterward, turning it into like bullet points or even generating a summary. That way you can easily find and use the insights later. What do you think about something like that?
Fantastic. Okay, so my friends, when we come back in here now and we look at Chat GPT, you just got all these blocks. Like, it's not formatted in any way that we can actually be productive and make the most of it. I have to come in here. I'd have to like go and look and read it all. Oh, where did I write? What did they say? I remember he said ChatGPT. I said he. It said, X, Y, and Z, and it says right here you can use. Okay, no, we want that nice, easy, simple way to easily find and locate what it is we're looking for. That's where Letterly comes into the mix. Letterly continues to roll out improvements, one of which is a multi-speaker feature, so I can actually it can record and distinguish two different people. So I came over here and just made a new chat that we'll have a conversation with. We'll strategize, right? Because you know when you're driving in your car, you can't be sitting out here writing down or maybe you want to have a conversation, and maybe I'm the only one that does this, because I'll brainstorm with ChatGPT while I'm driving to an appointment, a meeting, a session, whatever it is. I'm making the most of my time. And sometimes, if I'm not listening to music, to a podcast, then I'm probably conversating with ChatGPT or someone. And same difference. It can be a real person. So it doesn't have to just be ChatGPT. And you can have Letterly on that, part of that conversation, and help you with, again, giving you the structure that we don't get from ChatGPT alone. So let me show you guys what I mean now, because you just saw a moment ago what I was talking about with ChatGPT when you only use it alone. But now with Letterly in the mix, which I do have the affiliate link down below, it's a game changer. It's going to help you save so much more time, be more efficient, find what it is you're looking for, and give it to you in a structured and formatted way. So again, this is live. It might mess up, but we'll see. All right. I am a small business owner. I have a dog uh, daycare company. And with my dog daycare company, I need to come up with a marketing plan. Give me a marketing plan that I can execute.
Sure, let's dive into it. So, for dog daycare, I think a great marketing plan would focus on a combination of local visibility and online presence. You could start by partnering with local pet stores, vets, and groomers to cross promote your services. Definitely consider hosting some community events like a doggy day out to get people familiar with your business. And online, you could focus on social media platforms, especially Instagram and Facebook, where you can share fun and engaging content about the dogs in your care. You could also
Okay.
make sure.
Okay. But what about, like, let's do something that would make it more viral?
Got it. Aiming for that viral factor. You could definitely do something fun and unique, like setting up a doggy cam that live streams adorable moments from your daycare. Another idea could be a fun social media challenge where you encourage your clients to share videos of their dogs doing tricks or just having fun at your daycare and maybe offer a prize for the best one. Things like that can really catch on and get people excited.
All right, my friend. So as I just showed you a moment ago, when you have these conversations with ChatGPT, it's not like the typical. And this was short, so this is going to be an interesting. I'm curious to see how Letterly responds. Again, live. If I could have set it up and had a longer exchange and go back and forth, make it, I know that it'll kind of do what I'm saying, but we'll see what it does here. But on the left, we see ChatGPT with our results from our conversation, um, in which even here, um, you know, like, yeah, it told us what it said, but it's just not really, yeah, it's just these blocks, blurb. Like, it's not helpful. It's not like the standard text exchange that you have with ChatGPT, when you actually write out and it, writes everything back. That's so much more structured. When we're over here inside of Letterly, it gives us what, pretty much. Well, hold on, let's see. Okay, but what about like this? Let's do something that would make it more viral. Now, this didn't really capture too much. It says I have a dog daycare company. So, I mean, again, we're seeing real time the pros and cons. But I want to show, do I want to do the magic right now? Or do I want to make that a more thorough um, example? That's a question. And I see, cool. I do have this. We're streaming on multiple, so I do see some of that comment. I appreciate um, people that are watching. A few, building up the new channels, so it's exciting to get things rolling. But this is part of what I want to do things live, let you guys see the test, because this didn't really capture as much of our exchange as usually it does. This is the first time I've seen it kind of perform, I guess you can say, at like a low level. Um, I don't know if you would say that necessarily, but I'm going to say that that was a low level performance. And we're going to try to see what happens if we do that again.
Sure thing. Another idea you could try is creating some themed events or photo shoots for the dogs, like Halloween
Wait,
costume
wait, wait.
con.
Hold on a second, brother. Um, what are we talking about? What are we doing again?
We were brainstorming some fun marketing ideas for your dog daycare, just ways to get the word out and possibly go a bit viral. But if you want to switch gears or focus on something else, just let me know.
You know what I'm thinking as I'm literally so I'm doing this live, and I'm also saying this to my live audience, not just to you, ChatGPT. But I'm thinking part of the problem may potentially be that uh, my I don't know if there's some kind of volume influence because it didn't seem like Letterly was actually capturing the second person, but maybe it did. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, anyway, GPT, give me what were you saying about how do I start my dog daycare company?
Yeah, I get you. Hopefully, everything's coming through loud and clear for everyone. So, to circle back to the dog daycare, if you're just getting started, you might want to focus on building a strong brand presence locally. That means creating a welcoming space, getting some great testimonials, and using social media to show off how much fun the dogs are having. And of course, word of mouth is always key.
Okay, okay. Now, after we do that, what would be the next step I would do? I mean, I want my business to be successful. I want people to know, like, hey, I got the best dog daycare company in the world. And yeah, and maybe using AI.
Absolutely. Once you've got that foundation, a great next step would be to leverage some AI tools for marketing automation and customer engagement. For example, you could use AI powered chatbots on your website to answer common questions from potential clients, or even use AI to help personalize your email marketing campaigns. And definitely keep building those relationships with your clients because that personal touch always makes a difference.
Awesome. Any other aspects that I should, focus on when it comes to just getting more awareness?
One more thing you could focus on is encouraging user generated content. Ask your clients to share their own photos or videos of their dogs enjoying their time at your daycare and tag your business. This kind of content is super authentic and can really help spread the word. Plus, you can feature these on your social media, which will help build a community around your brand.
Awesome.
I'm
All right. Let's see if it captured our conversation, the two of us, me and ChatGPT. Again, this is the challenge um, where I believe, yeah, see, I don't know if it actually captured, in this case, speaker one. Well, hold on. You know what I'm thinking is, so doing this live and no, so I think there's something on my end right now where since I'm trying to do this live that it's actually not allowing it to capture. I don't know. I don't think there would be a setting in here in particular. Because any of you out there, if you do have Letterly and you have ChatGPT and you aren't trying to record and capture, maybe from a microphone, something else externally, and also doing it live, generally, ChatGPT will capture the GPT as well as the individual, like myself. Um, because when I do it on the regular again, it'll say speaker one. We can see what I'm saying, and then you can see a speaker two. In this case, it's only showing us speaker one. So I think maybe with me recording, potentially something to do with me recording live, um, or with me using my streaming software EVMux, maybe preventing it from capturing the second speaker, the second person. But generally, yes, it will give it to us in a format that it would capture speaker one, and then it would say speaker two, and then we would be able to format it to actually be productive with it, to make the most of it, to do something with it that will allow us to not just have kind of what we have here, a block of nothing, which I'll show you still the power of Letterly, even with just one speaker. I'll just do the magic rewrite, and that will pretty much take care of that issue of having just a block of nothing and now having something more organized and structured where I can make sense of it. Um, it's very simple, but it's underrated. It's like people don't know about it. People aren't utilizing it. People aren't familiar with it. and the different use cases in terms of, okay, if a newsletter, outlines, journal entry, a gratitude journal. I mean, the list goes on. Meeting takeaways. It's incredibly powerful in that sense. And something that I think, again, just not enough people are familiar with, but furthermore, are maximizing, are utilizing it. Even people that I think do know about it, something like this will definitely make a difference in terms of your productivity level and not having to spend time going back looking at your chat gpt conversation that you had and trying to find where was that, something like that. Because again, this isn't even as good as it usually is, um, for me when I use it. But I wanted to see, I don't know if the meeting takeaway thing would work well here, or not, because again, it's only showing me and it's not really a good exchange, obviously, because it's only showing me. But okay, so you can see this. And this is usually, yeah, so it would be, this is pretty much a good example of how it would be, but we would see the speaker two contributions in here. So if I wasn't doing the live recording and the audio stuff wasn't interfering, ChatGPT, literally would have caught both me and ChatGPT in this exchange, this conversation. And it then would allow me to easily just find a relevant rewrite, uh, uh, that I could apply. And as you can see with the meeting takeaway one, that makes sense for this. We were having a meeting, so to speak. We were exchanging in a conversation, going back and forth. And then it would come in here and structure it and say, okay, steps for business success, utilization of AI, touching on all of the different talking points that we essentially touched on. So, yes, one example of how you can utilize a powerhouse like Letterly is a powerhouse as well, but ChatGPT, something that pretty much everyone is already using, and pairing it with a tool like Letterly that will help you to again capture those conversation speech, any talking, and convert it into formatted, structured text that you can then apply towards whatever it is, your business, X, Y, and Z, the whole shebang. So, my friends, much appreciation for watching. I apologize for any, you know, technical difficulties, but I think my point was delivered. And being in a place where, again, you can just pair different tools and apps together to 10x the amount of time and energy that you would generally put towards something and get much better results is a no-brainer. It makes no sense as to why you wouldn't do it. And at this moment, you do have access to Letterly using my affiliate link down below in the description area, where you can get it for a one-time fee, lifetime access. So I'm a huge fan of AppSumo. Letterly, yes, they got me on board. Like I gotta speak to someone on their team because I am a fan. And yeah. So consider checking out Letterly if you are new to it. Like I said, everyone pretty much is using ChatGPT or other LLMs that do allow you to speak and engage in conversations, and pair it with something like Letterly. Put them to use, give it a test, give it a shot. I'm confident that you will see the power of it, of Letterly, and how you can pair it with your other LLM tools, all these, anything that's basically you speaking and talking, right? Make it happen. Make it happen. I got you guys covered. If you want to learn more about how you can put Letterly to use, let me know. Comment down below. And of course, much appreciation for watching, subscribing to the channel, the new subscribers. I'm also going to be rolling out AIwithace.com, which will be, I'll be trying to combine, incorporating the different kind of areas that I'm focused on and whatnot. And I figured, hey, let's hit a few birds with one stone. And in this case, this is kind of like a Get Mash Now meets AI with Ace, and combining these different worlds that I'm interested in and part of. And excited to have you guys part of the journey as well. So, again, I appreciate you for watching. If you have any thoughts, any questions, any suggestions, definitely comment down below. And while you are down there, of course, like I said, use those affiliate links, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, and it also lets us know that you appreciate the content as well. So, on that note, hopefully everyone has a great Friday, a great weekend. But you already know what it is. I gotta keep it moving. But I'll see you in the next video. Peace.